Yeah, I hope I leave this road with motivation. I hope I leave this road with motivation. Life changing, man. 30 minutes, man. At the end of the day, we all life change, you know?
Yeah, I look my kids in the eyes, I hope I'm motivation. I'm fighting for my freedom, I can't let them take it. This music was a gift, so I had to take it. I hope I leave this world with some motivation. I look my kids in the eyes, I hope I'm motivation. I'm fighting for my freedom, I can't let them take it. This music was a gift, so I had to take it. I hope I leave this world with some motivation.
Yeah, hey look, if I don't leave y'all with nothing else, I wanna leave y'all with some motivation, man. You know what I'm saying? When I look at my kids, man, I hope my motivation. Yeah.
We gon' make it out, we gon' make it out, yeah, yeah.
Life changing, man.
Yeah. We gon' make it out, we gon' make it out, yeah, yeah.
What's up? I'm so excited to present you guys my first episode. It's been a long time waiting. I'm the host, the life changer. This is Speak On It, the podcast, and today I got a real special guest with me today. She means a lot to me. We got years under our belt. So Bellah Polish. What else can I say? She really don't need no introduction, but she who she is. I look up to her because she a grinder.
Thank you.
She a hard worker.
Thank you. Always.
So yeah, we gonna jump right into it. We're not gonna waste a lot of time. We just gonna jump right into it. So, what's up, sis?
Like you said, I've been working. I've been grinding. As you know now, we're obviously in a pandemic, but I don't feel like that I'm in a pandemic. I feel like that I'm doing everything that I was meant to do. I feel like that I've definitely just been living in purpose and just gaining so much from this, learning myself, healing. So yeah.
Like healing from what?
Healing from a lot of things. I would say childhood. I would say just mentally.
So let's speak on that. I don't mean to cut you off, but let's speak on that. Let's speak on the childhood because I got a rough childhood. Moving a lot, going to different schools and stuff like that. So yeah, let's speak on your childhood. What was it? A lot of dark spots in your childhood.
So let's start here. I would say even the basics. Growing up without having a mom and dad or living in the same household as my mom and dad, I would say that definitely took a toll on me because as a kid, you always desire for your mom and dad to be around you, you know, and even though you are taken care of by other caregivers, it's not the same. So definitely with my mom passing a few years ago and my dad being present now and coming back into my life at the age of 19 and us developing that bond is still like I still appreciate it, but it's just like wow, like I can never get back my mom, you know, having that relationship and having that bond. So I think growing up I've always wanted to find that in different areas. So me knowing now and understanding that at the end of the day that timing and that place that I didn't have her, it's okay because I know that she's still watching over me. I know that I'm still living through her because I was created by her outside of God. So that's that. So I'm just healing.
That's good. That's very good. So is that where we find Bellah Polish at? Like, where do Bellah Polish actually come from? Like, okay, I know there was moments in your life where it was dark places, your mom and all that stuff. But like, where do we find Bellah Polish? Where she started flourishing at? Like, where she started saying, like, hold on.
That's good.
I'm gonna use this same flame and this same hurt or this same dark spots to motivate me to be a better person.
I would say every intricate part of my life, it has definitely stimulated Bellah Polish. From like I said, from childhood, like every part of life has stimulated me going harder because I know where I've come from. Not having things from being adopted, from me now having a daughter. That's a whole nother fuel. So it's different. It's different parts of me that's stimulated by the situations that I have been through. So this is what you find a go-getter, driven. I feel like that because I am spiritually connected to God. That's also another fuel to let me know that I'm always living in purpose and that I am always going to be okay no matter what happens, even in the good and the bad. I choose to rejoice, and it took a while to get here, but I'm here now, and I'm constantly learning. And I think more so with life always happening, I feel like that you definitely should take the good and the bad and find something to rejoice in. That's me today.
That's good. So what was the very moment that you kind of felt like the makeup and the artistry is where I need to be at? Like, where did God like put that on your heart at? Where you knew like I got this with my eyes closed?
It's so weird. In high school, you know, they tell you, okay, pick a career. You have to go to college. Blah blah blah. Right. So when I was in high school, I originally thought that I was going to college to become a Spanish translator and sign language interpreter.
Wow.
I never thought that I would tap into the beauty industry. Of course, growing up being around women who's always playing makeup and doing makeup, it's like, okay, as a girl, you naturally do that. But it wasn't until prom season I got my makeup done, and I love how I felt. I felt even more beautiful. So I'm like, whoa. So I'm like, hey, Kiana, that was the name of the makeup artist. She worked at MAC. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, so you do this for a living? She told me yes. At that very moment, it clicked. Whoa, I think that I would want to do this outside of my career.
So what made you not feel beautiful? Before the makeup, you said when you got that, it made you feel more beautiful.
Even more. Makeup is simply an enhancement of what you already have. I'm not saying that I was not beautiful. I'm just saying it was an enhancement.
Okay.
So I like the enhancement.
That's good.
And I like feeling even more beautiful. So
okay, you said it yourself. Like a lot of people doing makeup, a lot of people doing it. Some people doing it for play. Some people doing it for something that they love to do. What makes you different? Like what makes you different? I can tell you what makes you different. I want you to tell.
I know what makes me different.
All right, what makes you different in your eyes? Because I want to tell you what makes you different in my eyes.
Okay, perfect. So I feel like what makes me different, even in my makeup session, it's not just, oh my God, I'm doing or I'm polishing your makeup. It's more so me building that confidence inwardly and outwardly. It's letting me know, it's like more so a therapeutic session. So I want to know certain things about you to kind of help you build confidence outside of just the makeup.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense.
So it's more so a thing of me enhancing them inwardly and outwardly, and more so having a session, therapy.
Okay, so can I tell you what makes
Tell me.
Okay, so what makes you different with me? When I sit back and just watch you, I'm like, okay, she do makeup, she do good makeup, it blends, everything. She make girls that look bad look very good, right? So like, I've been watching you lately, and you've been doing a lot of crazy stuff. Like, you've been doing a lot of crazy stuff, like with the birthday cake stuff I see you all, like the sprinkles in the mouth and all that, and then the cards and stuff, like in people's head and stuff like that. Like, they're just crazy. Like, and I think that people with this makeup stuff going to another level, you already setting that tone. People gonna walk around with their outfit on, with their face, like with diamonds and stuff in their face, and like you did one girl that had all the glitter, like gold glitter, and it was coming down her neck and stuff. Like, that stuff is crazy to me. Like, I don't see nobody else doing it. I don't see nobody else doing it. So I don't know where you.
Even with me though, I love to be, or I would love to be, a versatile makeup artist. I don't want to just do one standard look. I always want to be versatile, whether that's experimenting with special effects, whether that's trying something. I have to show my creative side. I cannot draw or anything like that, but that's just my way of expressing my artistry as a whole. And that's what I love.
That's good. So
thank you.
So what you do you do it for money?
Initially, no, I was not doing it for money. It was just more so something fun to do. But when you gain a business mindset, of course you need tools, you need materials, you need things like that. So instead of tapping into personal assets all the time, this is something that's funding a business. So when I began to take my business seriously, that's when I started charging, because if I want to expand, I need money to do that.
Yeah, that makes sense. That was kind of a trick question,
Well,
because I was talking about this yesterday with a couple of my guys, and we was just talking about like doing it for money and not doing it for money. Doing it for something that you love, something that God put on your heart, right?
Yeah.
So like I told them even about the podcast, I'm like, I'm not doing this to get streams and views. That's gonna come with it.
Absolutely.
I'm doing it because it come from my heart first, right? And even now, when we get finished with this, I accomplished something. Just like I was telling my boy, I'm like, I accomplished something.
Yeah.
Once this done, I accomplished it.
Yeah.
Anything after this, it don't matter.
Yep.
I did what God put on my heart and I accomplished it, right?
Yep.
So like where you at right now, I know you feel that you accomplished the makeup artistry. You know, and even if nothing happened after this, you did what you love to do, and you gonna continue to do what you love to do.
Yep.
Right. So let's take it back though. Like I want to take it back because I think we went past that too fast.
Okay.
Let's speak on like your childhood. Okay, let's start from the beginning where things was good and sweet, and then when it got bad, and then now into Bellah now, and where you at in life. Like because I haven't asked you like where you at in life. How are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's do that.
Where do I start?
Let's start right before your mom passing.
Okay. So right before my mom passed, it's more so like we were in the middle of building a relationship. It was like the very start of something new that I've never had. And even that journey of more so doing that, I learned so many things about my mom that I did not know, and that kind of settled my spirit in a way, because it's almost like when your parents is explaining things about things that has happened, and you are old enough to understand that, okay, if my mom's mom wasn't there, then that will cause a certain reaction. And kids have to grow up quicker. Right, so if kids is having babies, then they're just kind of figuring it out, and that's kind of how my mom was. So it's just like I can't hold that against her for the things that she didn't have. So I learned to love her right where she was.
That's good.
And
that's good stuff.
And that is what made me more whole, with knowing that, okay, my mom did the best that she knew how to do. Yeah. And now as for my daughter, I will do things completely different because I know what I didn't have.
There you go.
So
that's
everything that I wasn't fulfilled by, my daughter will have that because I know what it has. Everything. It's weird, like when things are taken away from me, or when things are meant to keep me down, I somehow figure out a way to detach myself from that and make something good out of it.
That's some good stuff.
And that's good.
Yeah,
and
that's really good.
And that makes me even more better. That's the person you see today. I choose to be whole in whatever I do. So that's more so that.
And of course, nobody is perfect.
Nobody is perfect. Life goes on. Things will happen.
So when I met you,
right,
I met you at Believer's Temple.
Yes.
Right.
I was like 19.
Right.
18.
I met you. Okay, I met you at Believer's Temple. And probably a year or so after that, or whatever, we were knowing each other. You got married.
Yes. Right. Yes.
So I was married too.
I didn't know that you was married then.
Was I married at the time? Then? I think I was.
I
was married at the time.
Were you? Okay.
Yeah, I was married at the time. When I met you, I was married. I was like newly. So me and you was married at the same time. Okay. So now I want to speak on the divorce because I know you're not married now.
No.
I'm not married now.
Okay.
So why? Like and the reason why I asked that because a lot of people ask me why. I don't know y'all relationship, but I know a lot of people ask me why, and I got reasons why. Yeah. Right. Sure. So I'm asking you why.
I would say more so to just keep it really, really simple. We got married too young. We knew nothing about love. Okay. How can you say that you want to spend the rest of your life with someone and you haven't even understood life yet? You haven't even went through experiences yet to latch on to that. That's a big responsibility. So when you are taking on these things, you have to make sure that you are grounded. And you can't be grounded at 19, 20, 21. Some people can. But I felt like for me, it was so many things that I had to heal from, and it was more so a thing of filling voids. And also I feel like because I am in church and because of my religion and things like that, I feel like that sometimes church forces things upon you.
That's what I was going to ask you next. Did it have anything to do with because you was in church?
Yeah,
the reason why you got married?
Absolutely. I wanted to do the right thing by God. And that was more so the significance of it all. So
if you ask me, what you was doing, you felt like that was the right thing to do by God, right?
Yeah.
But you was already surpassing things that God wanted you to fix. Mm-hmm. So God wanted you to work on this, and that, and you like, no, I think think that you feel like I need to be doing this because I'm actually dealing with this guy, right?
Sure.
But in reality, you said it out your own mouth that I needed things to work on. That's what God really wanted you to work on, and then I would have presented this man to you, and you would have been able to know how to handle him.
Absolutely. So sometimes I feel like that we rush things because we are filling voids and because it feel good at the time. But just because things feel good at the time does not mean that it's the right timing. Really move on it.
That don't mean it's the right time. So, it can feel good, look good, and all that.
But what I can say is, it's so weird. I feel like if me and my ex-husband would have met down the line, years and years down, it could have worked. But in that state of mind, absolutely not. So
that's a good way to put it. So was the transition easy? Like was it battle? Was it fire? Was it fighting? And
of course, whenever it's a tear in family, it's a rip, and you feel it. You feel it.
So why we can't be people that say like this didn't work?
Everybody not like that. I'm like
nobody is like that. I never seen nobody just walk away and say
what.
Like my boy, he getting ready to write a book about this. He getting ready to write a book about transitioning out of a relationship that's expired or that's over, right?
Okay.
And shout out to my boy David Trailway. Yeah, but he about to get ready and prepare this book, and he doing it with another young lady, right? And they talking about expired relationships where you leave and both parties know it's expired, and they come and they communicate about it and they say this not working, this not it. Or how do you navigate through that and it work?
Yeah.
Could you say, let me work on this and you work on things you need to work on and maybe we give it another try? But at the time, somebody did something, somebody else said something, and now y'all fighting and now it's like, we enemies. Why we gotta be enemies?
I feel like that's a personal matter. Even till this day, I don't feel like that my ex-husband is an enemy. Like, I would still make sure that he is good. He's still the father of my
Okay, so y'all found that place.
Yeah, we found that place.
Yeah.
But initially, yes, it is a rip. It's going to be chaos because, sometimes although people know that it is expired, it's the scariness of the newness, the new norm. So it's like, it's just irritating. It's irritating. Even to see, like for example, even to see, like, you know what I'm saying, your ex-husband or maybe your ex-wife with somebody else, like things like
it still do something to you.
It still does something to you because you have had those years put in, and it's just weird. It's weird and it's irritating.
How many years y'all was married?
Like 7.
I like 7, so that's like the same as me. But we was together for like 11 years.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, me and my ex-wife we was together for like 11 years.
8, something like that. But yeah.
Yeah. So like even what happened with us when it was time to go, I wasn't ready to go. So that's where it caused. Conflict. Instead of coming and saying, look, this is not working because of these reasons.
Right.
And I'm putting the ball in my court, it was just like cut off. Yeah. It's over with.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's a
rip.
Was that? It was hurtful. Like that was like the darkest place of my life.
Yeah.
At this point, like it was the darkest place of my life.
So how did you get over it?
How did I get over it?
Yeah.
Time.
Yeah, time. Time.
It was time. It was God. You can't never leave God. You ain't making it through nothing.
You're not.
When you're in that dark place like that, there's no way you could get out of a dark place like that in your life and make it like your mom, like my dad.
Yeah.
Them dark spots, it's only God that could get you out.
You need that
like I had strength where my brothers and sisters them didn't, and I was wondering how. but I was the only one that was saved. I was the only one that had gave my life to God.
Yeah.
So I kind of understood, like,
so we understand that,
we kind of understand God more. You know what I'm saying? And people that don't, they be lost. They do crazy things. They go, some people kill themselves, like, after stuff like that. You know, some people kill that other party. Like, you know, I could have easy, in that situation, I could have easy, because everything was, like, threw away. I could have easily, like, did something to her. But it was God, though, that was with me, that was kept me at a peace of mind, kept me, you know what I'm saying? So that's the Bellah Polish that we see today, right?
Yeah.
So how are the Bellah Polish that we see today? Like, is you doing good? Is it something that you fighting or you battling?
Nah, I would honestly say walking away from everything a year ago, leaving everything behind, taking nothing.
See, we ain't know that.
Nothing.
We ain't know that. So what you walk away from?
I walked away from everything materialistic, meaning the house, the car, the everything, just everything that I own there. I just detached myself from that, and I started completely over, from scratch. And I said that at the end of the day, if God is for me, who can be against me? Like,
so you gotta
I know what's healthy for me, and I'm going to do just that.
You gotta have some type of confidence to walk away from that and still know that I'm gonna win. I'm
gonna win. That's faith. That's called faith.
That's some good stuff.
Faith.
That's some good stuff. So there's, when I look at you more on a motivational piece, I just say, like, she a hard worker. Like, I seen times where stuff was moving slow for you just by following you.
Yeah.
But you stayed consistent, though.
Yes.
It didn't look like it was moving slow.
Yes.
But you would know that people stuff moving slow. They won't be engaging a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, she on the downtime. But it's like she stayed consistent. You stayed doing stuff. Every time I popped up somewhere, you was right there. I'm like, I haven't seen her in a while. Like, you know, so like, speak on that. Like, speak on like being consistent and keeping the hustle and keeping that grind, like, right there.
You know what? Let me just walk you through my morning routine.
Okay.
So my morning routine is I wake up and I pray and I meditate for a few hours a day, just to make sure that I'm in alignment. Also, around my entire house, it's so weird. Although I'm in my house is cool, but this was the same house that I moved in after everything was kind of done with like the marriage. And I don't even see the house as though it is, because I know that I'm walking into greater things, right? I feel like my whole life I am literally structuring it to be as though I want it to be. So I make sure I say affirmations. I do things to make sure that I'm aligning myself. So consistency comes from me knowing and having a vision of where I want to go, and making sure that every time I wake up in the morning, I first let God know that I thank you for my very existence. And I also thank you for embedding all these good things within me to be able to go out and work for what I want.
That's good. And
that's how I stay consistent, because my mindset is always on the prize. I know what I want, and I know how I'm going to get it. And if you don't work, you don't eat. And it's simple.
It's simple. Y'all heard that, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't work, you don't eat. So, like, that's why when I text you this morning, I'm like, you was like, I'm meditating, I gotta go. I'm like,
I meditate.
She for real with it. Like,
listen, even now, at the end of the day, like, even being here, like, I feel like these are all stepping stools to where I'm wanting to go. So so here's like the weirdest thing. I don't really like doing public speaking. I really don't. But because my ambition and my drive is so out there, and I'm so business oriented, even if I say that I'm shy or I don't want to do it, my thing is letting one fear go at a time. Even in the most uncomfortable situations, I will choose to do it, because this is going to help me in the long run. Even if I'm uncomfortable, I don't care. I want to do it.
So you're not the type of person that's trying to jump over the process. You're trying to go through the process.
I like to go through, because it's through it that I will keep it. If I don't go through it, how am I going to keep it? If I'm leaping over stuff, leaving stuff behind, how am I going to keep it if I don't know how I got there?
That's good. That's some good stuff.
So
now what?
now
You
what?
here? I know that I see the boot camp. The boot camp sold out.
Yes, the boot camp is sold out.
So the boot camp sold out. Can't nobody else get no more
Nobody
boot camp.
can get in the boot camp.
So what are the boot camp going to consist of? I'm going to be there. I don't come to makeup. You can't teach me how to do makeup. I don't do that.
Okay, so pretty much the boot camp is going to consist of me teaching them personal skills that they can do on themselves, and also teaching them how to expand outside of themselves into clientele, into business. So even with me making on books $80K plus a year with makeup, I'm showing them how to build a brand and how to excel beyond the personal development. Yes, it's good to come there and learn to do your regular face, but why not make this into a business? Why not excel? Aren't we in the middle of a pandemic? Why not learn something? Why not learn something that's going to help you in the long run, that you can teach to your kids, that you can teach to somebody else to help them to build a brand and market? So I'm bringing in my mentor, Karan Bowden. He's a marketing expert. He's going to come in and speak on his knowledge in being in business. And then I'm bringing in my hairstylist who did my hair today, Naomi Mitchell. She's going to be coming in and speaking on the pros and cons of building clientele.
That's good.
So, and keeping them. And also just creating that great history and loyalty, you know, with your clientele and doing business.
Okay, so let's speak on something. Let's speak on you. Let's speak on you keeping things to yourself. Cause you still a brand. You can't get them everything. You can't get them the diamonds on the face and all this stuff. You can't get them the Halloween stuff that you be doing. You can't get them there, right? Or could you?
Listen, I'm not in competition with nothing. Let's start there.
That's a trick question.
Let's start there. I'm not in competition with nothing. So with that being said, when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to give it my all, and I want these students and clients to walk away with something that they never knew. That
they got from Bellah Polish.
Absolutely. Because everybody have their own strategies, everybody have their own structures and how they do things, and I have mine, and I'm willing to give that to them because that's what they pay for.
So that's what the boot camp consists of, then, right?
Yes.
Okay,
so it's going to be brunch and dinner both days. This is an overnight event. The chef will be on site the whole time to make sure that we are taken care of. Bottomless mimosas.
Why you didn't call me?
Because you said you don't like to do makeup and you don't want to learn.
No, why you didn't call me with the chef? I'm an executive chef. I don't think you knew that about me.
I didn't even know that.
See that?
You haven't, right? I thought David was a chef.
Me and David.
I didn't know that you even cooked.
Yeah, we about to launch our own company.
I didn't know you can even cook noodles.
Like noodles in the house?
Yeah, just noodles.
I'm from the north side.
Like, bro, like, I don't know.
I'm from Walnut Point. I can cook some noodles.
We've been in a house 50 times together, and I never seen you pick up nothing to cook. David is always cooking, so now I know.
And that's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Executive chefs, they don't like cooking at home.
Oh.
David probably do it because he probably forced at them moments.
Yeah.
We don't like cooking at home.
Okay.
Like, I cook for 100 people 3 times a day.
Whoa.
So when I get home, I expect a meal to be done for me. Or I'm buying out.
True.
You know, so that's just what it is.
I never even
know
that you cooked, but now I got you.
Right, but that was a trick question, though. That was a trick question about the boot camp. But what can you tell the young ladies? My daughter, 10 years old. What can you tell her? Not speaking about makeup. You know, she run track. She like top 5 in the country in track.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
What can you tell her? Speaking on life, like what can you tell her that will help her out being 10 years old right now? Because I'm pretty sure she's gonna watch this.
Okay. I would say even like you said, like she's running track and doing this. I would say just to make sure that she's keeping the right mindset, discipline, even building up character. I feel like even for women, although she is 10, she's understanding that, okay, she's also coming into herself. So with coming into yourself, make sure that you're always understanding of you, what you want, your desires, and really living life based on that. You know?
That's some good stuff.
Being honest with self, wherever you go, whatever you're doing, make sure that you're happy and you're fulfilling self at the end of the day. I feel like even in life, people are not getting an understanding of self. People are just latching on to this, latching on to that, not really knowing anything. They're just doing stuff. Don't just do stuff. Figure out purpose and live in that.
That's good.
By every means.
That's good.
So yes, that's what I got, baby.
That's some good stuff. So that's real, because especially hearing it from you, just seeing where you come from, the hurts, the heartaches, all the dark places we both come from it.
I'm proud of you too, by the way.
Yeah. So
I'm proud of you.
Yeah. So yeah, man. I just thank you for coming out, man.
You're welcome.
I just thank you for I just thank you for everything. You know, the motivation, you know, the grind, the hustle.
Thank you.
Because without Bellah Polish, it wouldn't even be no episode 1.
I can't believe you put me on episode 1. Like, it's so intense.
So this episode 1, and then of course you got the drip on. You know you coming dripped out. If you do makeup, I know the makeup is bomb. Like, hey, I can't.
Thank you.
I can't say nothing else. You know, but I know where God gonna take you to. Keep grinding.
Keep praying for me.
Keep going hard.
Thank you.
Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. You know what I'm saying? Be bad and bougie. Be bossy.
Always.
Be confident. Be bold. Be all that, because at the end of the day, it was people saying something about this. So that's where I'm at right now, right?
Yeah.
I'm executive chef, about to launch my own company, Saute Catering and Cuisine. This podcast, speak on the podcast. I know what God can do.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about no views or no streams.
Yeah.
I know people want to see you. I know people want